This week on Premier Preps, 12 Bridges and Placer fight for the Foothill Valley League crown, Franklin and Cosumnes Oaks in Delta flag football, and Vista del Lago and Woodcreek in CVC volleyball action. Plus, I'll introduce you to Alyssa Kalb of Foresthill High School, whose lifelong medical condition isn't slowing her down. You're locked into Premier Preps. Welcome to episode 9 of Premier Preps. I'm your host, Nick Pecoraro. Thank you, as always, for hanging out on your Sunday evening. And thank you for subscribing right here on YouTube and for following along on social media. We want to keep hearing from you. Who should Premier Preps come and see next? Who's got a great feature story idea? You can always message me on social media and stay locked in to Premier Preps. We've got a fantastic show this week, and it begins with a Foothill Valley League championship game between one of the section's newest schools in 12 Bridges and one of the oldest schools in all of California in Placer, which has won a league title in 10 of its last 11 seasons. The Raging Rhinos looking to break that chain in their first year of the FVL. Not only could this game determine the league champ, but possibly the number 1 seed in the Division IV playoff bracket. The Hillmen and the Rhinos in Auburn on Friday night. The top spot in the Foothill Valley League and potentially a number 1 seed at stake Friday in Auburn. Placer taking on 12 Bridges. Ding, ding, ding. First quarter, the Rhinos throw the first punch. Isaiah Rodriguez. Good things tend to happen when you get the ball into this dude's hands. 12 Bridges strikes first 7-0 on a 55-yard run. In fact, the first 2 blows come from Rodriguez. Here he is with a near pick 6, taken down at the 1-yard line, but that sets up Mr. Braden Ward. The start of a huge night for the Rhinos running back. 14-0 rage with just 2 minutes gone by. Placer able to clap back, though, out of that wing T offense. Baylor Kelly on the end around. It must be nap time because he's headed to the crib. A 50-yard score, and we've got a ball game, 14-7. But on 12 Bridges' next drive, on 4th and 1 from the 26, Braden Ward says, "I'll see your first down and raise you a touchdown." His second of the night gives the Rhinos a 21-7 lead. Back and forth we go in the first. Placer marches all the way down to the doorstep, and Sean Jones kicks the door open. Placer staying within striking distance, 21-14. We're still in the first, and we've got more Braden Ward. Runs like this will drive defenses to the psychiatric ward. 3 first-quarter tutties for Ward, over 200 yards on the night. But the Hillmen respond in the second. Sean Jones, again with another short score. He had a big night for Placer, and it's 27-21. It was looking like we were in for a track meet on Friday, but 12 Bridges' Connor Frontiera boots a 22-yard field goal to give the Rhinos a 30-21 lead. Placer trying to get one back before the half. QB Ryan Miller avoiding trouble and heaves it down to Kiefer Abbs. Kiefer Abbs, by the way, is probably the best name in the entire section, am I right? But Placer's drive is squashed in the closing moments as Connor Flaherty, the 12 Bridges QB, coming down with an interception, and the Rhinos keep a 30-21 lead at halftime. Some third quarter showtime from the Rhinos now. Flea flicker alert. Flaherty to a wide open Isaiah Rodriguez from 41 yards out, and 12 Bridges is starting to feel it. 37-21 Rhinos. But Placer wasn't going away quietly. Sean Jones punches in his 3rd touchdown of the night to bring it back to a 10-point game at the end of the 3rd. But in the end, Connor Flaherty goes over the top for a QB sneak. 12 Bridges moves to 8-0 and has the inside track on the FVL crown.
We definitely wanted to hang a banner, so we had to come out and we knew we had to execute against these guys for sure. I definitely feel like we made a big statement, you know, coming from lower division last year. We're moving up, proving that we're just not someone that can be played with, not someone that should just be tossed to the side, that we're the real deal for sure.
Only 2 weeks remain in the regular season for football, so let's take a quick peek at who we've got in our Premier Preps Top 10 football rankings. Well, this year marked the first go-around for flag football within the Elk Grove Unified School District. And while Pleasant Grove has an inside track on the inaugural Delta League Championship, don't sleep on teams like Franklin and Cosumnes Oaks come playoff time. Both teams looking to boost their postseason resumes Tuesday at Franklin High School. Delta League flag football on Tuesday night. Cosumnes Oaks taking on Franklin. Here we go. We picked things up late in the first half. That's when Wolfpack quarterback Avery Nogasek hits Kyla Avila for a big gain into Franklin territory. And then, if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. Nogasek to Avila for the game's first score, 6-0 Pack right at the 2-minute warning. Franklin with a chance to answer before halftime. Their quarterback, Kalani Fearson, up ahead to Joy Jones. The Wildcats are in business, marching all the way down. But on 3rd and goal, Katrina Samaniego says, "I'll take that." And with the Wildcats on the brink of the end zone, she squashes the threat. But Franklin was keeping receipts. On the very next drive, Aletha Singleton takes it right back, and she makes it hurt. A 19-yard pick six for the girl with the binky for a mouthpiece. And we head to halftime, all knotted up at 6 apiece. Second half we go, Wildcats on the hunt, but the Wolfpack defense comes through. Jacqueline Ocampo comes down with the big INT. Nothing doing on offense, though, for CO, so Franklin gets the ball back. Nobody open for Kalani Fearson, so she decides to keep it herself. She's stopped just shy of the end zone, but it's 1st and goal for the Wildcats. Fearson to the end zone, but CO comes down with another interception. Kyla Avila with the takeaway this time. Wolfpack defense keeping them in this game. But on the ensuing drive, more defense, this time from Franklin. Another INT, Talia Bell this time, taking it right back. It was a pick party on Tuesday, but this time Franklin would capitalize. Fearson with a 6-yard strike to Joy Jones. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Franklin takes a 12-6 lead with 4 minutes to go. Plenty of time left for Cosumnes Oaks to tie or take the lead, but Aletha Singleton takes it right back for the Wildcats. I'm telling you, it's got to be the binky. That probably could have sealed the game, but Singleton wasn't done. All Franklin needs is a first down to run the clock out, but Singleton says, "How about I do you one better?" A 27-yard touchdown. All hail the power of the binky. I don't know if Singleton has a nickname yet, but what do we think of Boss Baby? Franklin looking like a boss with a 19-6 win.
Today, it wasn't like dependent on one player. We all like pitched in and played as a team. And even when like they try to shoot one of us down, we still have a lot of strong players. So it was like a good team win today. We just wanted it more. Like we've coming off of like a 2-game loss, so like we really wanted this one. And yeah, just like being confident in like where we stand and where we play.
Premier Preps is proud to be partnered with LENIE'S Pictures, which brings you the flag football top 10 each week. LENIE'S Pictures is your go-to spot for outstanding photos, banners, yard signs, and much more. Go ahead and scan that QR code to see for yourself, and more on that later in the show. But for now, here are the latest Premier Preps flag football top 10 presented by LENIE'S Pictures. Can't get enough high school sports in Sacramento? Well, Premier Preps has got you covered like no one else. You want game highlights? We got you. You want local insight? We got you. You want inspirational feature stories? We've got you. How about exclusive interviews with prominent players and coaches in the area? We got you. Scores, updates, top plays, and much, much more every Sunday at 5 o'clock during the high school season on YouTube. We look back at the week that was and keep you updated on who's got next. So follow along on social media and subscribe on YouTube to Premier Preps with me, Nick Pecoraro, because it's giving Sacramento high school sports the coverage it deserves. Located in the far northeastern reaches of the Sac Joaquin section, Foresthill High School is home to one of the smallest student populations in the region. And that is where we find senior Alyssa Kalb, who's lived with an inoperable brain tumor since she was 5 years old. Find out here why that is not keeping her from smiling and living life to the fullest. On the surface, Alyssa Kalb of Foresthill High School is enjoying life as your typical high school senior, a tremendous student, a homecoming queen, and playing for the Wildfires volleyball team.
Alyssa brings a lot of the positive energy. Whether she's the best hitter or not, or the best passer or not, she brings the heart to the team. If anyone's struggling, she's the first one to make them smile.
I started playing volleyball my freshman year of high school. I started playing soccer my junior year of high school, and when I was really little, I did gymnastics.
But there's far more to Alyssa than meets the eye. At a very young age, Alyssa and her family learned that she had a lot more going on inside of her brain.
The week of my 5th birthday, I was diagnosed with a juvenile pilocytic astrocytoma, and it is a brain tumor that is inside of my brainstem. So it's considered a malignant tumor because of the location. It's inoperable, but it is technically benign because it's slow growing and it is one full ball and not various tiny balls inside of my brain.
Alyssa doesn't remember life without her brain tumor. In fact, she's embraced life with it.
When I was first diagnosed, I would go every couple of weeks to receive my IV treatment, and then after I think 18 months of that, it was moved out to every 2 months, and then now it's just throughout time it's shifted back from 1 month to 3 months, and it just depends what medicine I'm on and what my brain tumor is doing. It just all depends. It's a part of me. When I was younger, my childhood best friend, her name is Kitty, she ended up naming it, so my brain tumor's name is Bob. But it's just, Bob is a part of me. He's my very best friend. He will be with me for forever. I probably won't know life without Bob. It's just, my normal is just slightly different from everybody else's.
While Bob may have taken up some residency upstairs, Alyssa doesn't let him run the house.
I had to grow up a lot faster than a lot of the kids around me, just because I had to wrap my head around this thing that I was dealing with, or why I couldn't go to school because there were too many sicknesses, or why I couldn't play sports, or why I couldn't go in a pool because of my port. When I was younger, there was just a lot of things that I couldn't do. So instead of looking at as the things I couldn't do, I started looking at the things that I could do and the things I could participate in, and that's when it kind of just clicked in my head. As I could choose to be sad and be angry about this thing that God has given me, or I can be happy and I can live life knowing that every day I wake up without having to need help out of bed. That's a day I'm grateful for, and just every day since I've had that perspective. And although some days are more rough than others, I know that it's all worth it and that there's a reason. There's so many people that are struggling in the world, and there's so many people dealing with their own journeys and their own struggles. And I think that just knowing that this is my struggle, and although it's out of my control, I can control how I act and what I do in my life and what my actions are. And I think that that's what I choose to focus on instead of focusing on this thing that I can't control.
And as far as sports, Alyssa hasn't always been able to participate, especially in the full contact sports. So she's really embracing those opportunities while she can.
I grew up watching both my sister and my brother play soccer, and I just watched them throughout the years, and I was always thought to myself, wow, if I was out there, I think I would do pretty good. And I just created these scenarios in my head with sports, and being able to finally participate in high school, it was really a gift.
And volleyball is such a good outlet for her because of the no contact, opponents on the other side of the court. She does try for a lot of balls, and sometimes I get scared when she dives and be like, oh, be careful. But I try most times to just pretend she's just a normal girl like everybody else, because I think that's what she wants the most, is just normalcy.
Alyssa excels at making the most of what she calls her normal, with school, with sports, with Bob, and with her future plans.
I am going to go to a 4-year university. I'm not sure which one yet, but I'm going to one of them. Unfortunately, I have to stay in state because of my specific medical conditions, but I'm going to go to a nursing program so I can become a pediatric nurse and hopefully make a difference in kids' lives that are dealing with similar issues to what I've dealt with. Even when everything around me is falling apart, I can just continue to smile and make other people smile around me, because honestly, the world is such a better place when you smile, and it lights up the world around you. It's honestly just so much better.
From Foresthill High School, I'm Nick Pecoraro, and this is Premier Preps. Premier Preps is looking for the top student sections in the area. You can show me what you've got by tagging me on social media, even if I'm not at your game. It doesn't matter what school, it doesn't matter what sport. Send me a 10 to 15 second clip of your student section to see if we can get you featured on Premier Preps. It's that easy. This week we go to the pack at Woodcreek High School. Thanks to LENIE'S Pictures for these shots. Show up, show out, and earn the Premier Student section of the week. Woodcreek and Vista del Lago have had some big wins, both in and out of the Capital Valley Conference this season, and both could be dark horses once the section playoffs begin on October 29th. Woodcreek's Taylor Rice and Vista's Lily Smith are two of the top hitters in the section. The Eagles and the Timberwolves going head-to-head on Monday in Folsom. It took 5 sets to decide a winner the last time these two met. Vista del Lago came out on top. Woodcreek came into Folsom Monday with some payback on the brain. Here we go, first set. Vista sophomore Lily Smith is a big-time player, and she gets things going for the Eagles. A 15-3 start for Vista. Woodcreek trying to claw its way back into this thing. Maya Taylor, the freshman, with a big smash, but the Timberwolves have some work to do. Check out this rally. Woodcreek showing some hustle all around. Twin sisters Samantha and Logan Campanale hit the deck. Jaden Morales was ready for it. Maya Taylor hits the floor. An incredible collective effort from the Timberwolves, but Vista freshman Avery Moore says, enough of this! She puts it away, and the Eagles take set 1 25-17. Switching sides for set 2, more Lily Smith for Vista. She came out on fire in the second set. And then here comes Ella Triplett getting in on the action, and Vista taking another comfortable lead. But here come the Timberwolves. Their big hitter, Taylor Rice, trying to spark a rally for Woodcreek. But on a side out, Vista's Rylan Nettleton serves up the old Bugs Bunny changeup. That throws everybody off, and Vista is up big again. Woodcreek back on the comeback track. Taylor Rice to Sienna Riddell. She gets it back to Rice, and she knows exactly what to do with it. Woodcreek gets it to within 1 at 19-18. But Vista closes set 2 25-20 as Lily Smith finishes just how she started, and the Eagles are looking for a sweep. But Woodcreek in set 3 says not so fast. This tip right here from Maya Taylor gives the Timberwolves their first lead of the entire match, 7-6 in the third, and they're trying to build some momentum. Midway through the third, Taylor Rice got rid of the braids and went straight to the ponytail, and all of a sudden she starts crushing it in the third. 3 straight kills for Rice. She led Creek with 13, and her teammates are starting to feed off that energy. Lily Saldivar had 11 kills and brings it to 23 apiece. but Vista would have the last laugh as Lily Smith goes off the block. The Eagles get the sweep and move into sole possession of second place in the CVC.
Outlook moving forward is that we got to keep our heads high and to not give up and keep the energy that we have into playoffs, hopefully.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think we just need to look at every game as a new chance to just like get better and grow as a team, and I think we'll go pretty far looking that way.
Once again, LENIE'S Pictures is the official photography sponsor for Premier Preps. Not only have they provided quality photos for more than a decade in this region, but they also specialize in making custom graphics for banners, yard signs, and other memorabilia for any student, any season, any occasion. Hit me up with questions about them or simply visit LENIE'Spictures.com and use the promo code NP7 for $7 photo downloads exclusively through Premier Preps. That's a heck of a deal. And this is a heck of a girls volleyball top 10 presented by LENIE'S Pictures.
LENIE'S Pictures is your go-to site for priceless photos and memorabilia. This local family business has captured great action shots for a decade, but there's so much more to offer with a personalized touch for team and individual photos, game day galleries, banners, yard signs, festive mementos for senior nights, team banquets, or even just to cheer your kid on at their games, all 100% custom made by LENIE'S Pictures, any student, any season, any occasion. So make those memories last forever and visit LENIE'Spictures.com and use the promo code NP7 for $7 photo downloads exclusively through Premier Preps. That's LENIE'Spictures.com, your official photography sponsor for Premier Preps.
All right, time now for our Infinite Performance Plays of the Week, brought to you by Infinite Performance Physical Therapy. Dr. Janae Young specializes in ACL rehab and injury prevention, but she also has plenty of programs to fit your specific needs, so you can perform at peak levels. Don't forget, I invite you to send me top play nominations even if I'm not at your game. It can be any game, any school within the Sac Joaquin section, any sport. All you got to do is send me a short clip on social media with a brief description of the play, and we'll see if we can get you onto the show. Even if it's from the previous week, if you have a great play, we want to get you into the countdown. Well, here is this week's countdown, and here are the Infinite Performance Plays of the Week. They say that sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Well, in this case, it's a little bit of both. Woodcreek, Sienna Riddell with the hustle play, and Samantha Campanale with the finish, putting it where they ain't. Nice play from the T-Wolves. This one shot by my guy Liam Nevin. Go follow Liam Nevin Films on IG. This is Dallas Munn, QB1 at Destiny Christian last week against Kennedy, barreling over defenders and taking a few of them for a ride into the end zone. Dallas Munn going all beast mode for the Lions. And we've got Franklin senior Aletha Singleton. I like to call her Boss Baby because she's got a binky for a mouth guard. But this 19-yard pick six is a grown woman move. And finally, we go to a 12 Bridges football flea flicker. Braden Ward to Gavin Rappa to Connor Flaherty to Isaiah Rodriguez. That's pretty much the heart and soul of this Raging Rhinos team, which might just be the favorite to win it all this year. It's definitely the favorite for our Infinite Performance Play of the Week. That does it for episode 9 of Premier Preps. Big shout out again to Alyssa Kalb in Foresthill for sharing her amazing story this week. Thank you to Infinite Performance Physical Therapy, and thank you to LENIE'S Pictures for helping sponsor segments of the show. And thank you all for always tuning in every Sunday night. Whether you're a student athlete or a coach or an AD, a parent, or just a fan of high school sports in Sacramento, you are truly what makes this show go, and I sincerely thank you for subscribing and following along. We are 9 weeks in, but we are just getting warmed up. That's it for me. I'm Nick Pecoraro. Premier Preps will be back next week.